In 2011, when a group of divers were looking for a treasure in the Baltic Sea, simultaneously they took a sonar image of 70-meter long and then a silly-looking object with 300 feet below sea level. Therefore, some claim that the Baltic Sea anomaly, as it came to be known, was the UFO. It resembles to the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars, fueling that speculation. Others said that it was the remains of what used to be a lost city. When scientists looked further into the anomaly, they came to a conclusion that it was a huge glacial deposit left over from the thawing glaciers that carved out much of the Baltic Sea basin.
Number 2, the bloop. It sounds like a horror movie monster, but the bloop was actually an ultra-low frequency, high amplitude underwater sound, detected by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) in 1997. The sound was loud, unprecedented, and eerie. Explanations offered included covert underwater military exercises, whales, giant squids, or totally unknown sea creature. However, it seems glaciers were once again the culprit, with the sound judged to be consistent with ice calving, where large chunks of ice break off a glacier.
Number 3. Underwater crop circles. Measuring up to 6 meters across and sometimes decorated with shells and coral fragments, which were discovered on the seabed near southern Japan in 1995 and used to be a mystery for 16 years. Equally, as with crop circles on land, alien interference was cited as an explanation. However, in 2011, researchers discovered that it was the made pufferfish, which is 5 inches long, that was building them. The pufferfish were observed to spend days swimming in and out of the circle area, using their fins to dig into the sand. After all, it was to attract a mate.
Number 4. The Atlantis of Japan. Years before the discovery of the perplexing circles on its seabed, southern Japan was the site of another ocean mystery. Plato's mythical city of Atlantis has inspired a number of stories about lost civilizations under the sea. One of the most recent and most intriguing was spurred on by the discovery of the atmospheric Yonaguni monument in 1986 by a local Japanese diver. At this point, the sandstone monument has an impressive symmetrical form, simultaneously including what looks like steps. A number of people, including academics, have concluded that the structure is man-made. However, a number of other experts pointed to the similarity between the monument and nearby land formations, with Boston University Natural Sciences professor Robert Such pointing out that sandstone breaks into straight edges and so gives the illusion of deliberate construction.
Mystery 5. Narwhal. The narwhal is another puzzling creature from the depths, and the function of its long tusk has been the subject of much debate. Many researchers believed it is used for sexual seduction, much like antelope or a deer. Other theories suggest the tusk is a sensory organ able to detect changes in the environment, or a weapon for doing battle with other narwhals and predators. In 2016, drone footage recorded by Canadian scientists suggested that narwhals can use their tusk to stun fish while hunting.
Number 6. The Mariceleste. The Mariceleste has long been a byword for airy and deserted. That was exactly the scene found by Canadian sailors when they boarded the American vessel off the coast of the Azores in December 1872. The crew's belongings and the ship's cargo were discovered intact, but the lifeboat was missing. as well as the 10 people who were recorded as on board. The last entry in the ship's log was written over a week before it was found, but it shed little light on why the Marie Celeste never completed its journey from New York to Genoa.
Number 7. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is full with unexplained disappearances. Consequently, it has become synonymous with intrigue. The triangle, which has an area around 500,000 square miles of ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The military ship USS Cyclops, that was traveling from Baltimore to Brazil with 300 crew, went missing there in 1918. In 1945, a whole squadron of bombers similarly vanished. However, in both cases, no wreckages were found.
Number 8. The unmapped ocean floor. 70% of the Earth's surface is below the ocean, but although the ocean has been mapped, only large details of 3 miles or more in length can be properly seen, which means that 95% of our oceans remain hidden. It's little wonder, then, that the oceans continue to throw up surprises. Recent discoveries have included a new shark named Genie's dogfish, and perhaps the longest animal ever recorded, which is 47-meter long, Apollinia jellyfish, was discovered earlier this year by Australian scientists.